Okay, welcome again. It's nice to see you all tonight. Yeah, my name's Philip, and we'll go through a 45-minute yin yang class. If you'd like, you can grab a strap or anything that can be like one, even a shirt or a rope or a belt. Anything can um, really act as a strap. If you don't have one, that's okay too. And a few blocks might be helpful, but you don't need them. Even a rolled up mat, like later on, if you want to, when I ask, you can always use a rolled up mat underneath you, okay? Anyways, for today, I thought we can start just by going through some cat cow. You're going to come forwards onto your hands and knees into a table position. And just keep your spine here in a neutral position. Make sure that the feet are pointing straight back behind you. The kneecaps are turning down towards the ground. Then you're pressing down from the hands, fingertips, all the way up to the wrists, elbows, shoulders. And as we inhale, just start to extend your spine and even like hyperextend it a little bit. And as you exhale, start to flex the spine, breathing all the way up. Do that 5 more times. Inhale, lifting and lengthening. Exhale, rounding. Let's do it 3 more times. And do one more. All right, from here, let's just tuck the toes under and just start to kind of go back into your heels a little bit so you feel a nice stretch in your toes. Start pressing down through the hands. From here, bring your hips back over your knees and let's lift the hips up into downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Just start to pedal your heels up and down, getting a nice stretch through the backs of the ankles, the bottoms of the feet, the lower legs, the upper legs. A nice stretch throughout the back of the body, even in between the shoulder blades. Breathe here for about 5 more breaths. And then look in between your hands. Let's walk the feet forwards towards the top of the mat. Ground through the feet. Make sure that your feet are pointing straight forward. Same with your kneecaps. You can place your hands on your legs or even on some blocks, maybe the ground if that's okay. Inhale, extend your spine forwards. And then fold forwards, breathing out. Stand all the way up. Reach your arms up, breathing in. Arms down by your sides, breathing out. Go through 3 half sun salutations. With an inhale, reach your arms all the way up, grounding from the feet, reaching all the way up through the fingers, and folding forwards. You can bend your knees if you need. Inhale, lift your head, extend through the spine, arms and legs. Go back to a push-up position. Step the left foot back, the right foot back. You can always use your glutes. Lower down, bend the elbows back. Inhale, lift your head, chest and stomach. And stay like this, or go back into a child's pose. You can always go up into cat cow, or in downward facing dog. You can lift your hips back up. We'll hang out wherever you are for about 5 breaths. I'm just going to come down so I can see and watch, okay? 4, breathe in for about 3 seconds, then breathe out for 3. 3, 2, 1. Now look in between your hands. Walk your feet there. Lift your head away from you, breathing. And fold forwards, breathing out. Stand up, reach up, breathing. And arms down by your sides, breathing out. We'll go through a few more standing postures, and then we'll come to sit in a little bit, okay? Let's do it again one more time. Reach your arms all the way up. And fold. Touch the ground or your legs. Lift your head, chest, and stomach. Go back to a push-up position. You can step your right foot back, your left leg back. On the knees are off, and the elbows back. Lower down. Inhale. You can even keep your toes tucked under and lift your head, chest, and stomach. Or you can point them back, your choice. Exhale, come up into downward facing, child's pose, or cat-cow. Breathe for about 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Look forwards. Walk your feet there. Once you're there, lift your head and fold forwards, bring your head down. Stand up, reach your arms up. And bring your arms down by your sides, breathing out. From here, we're going to go into a wide-legged forward bend. Step your left leg back about a leg length. Then turn to the left side of your mat. Place your hands on your waist. Take a deep breath in. Fold forwards. Place your hands down on the ground. If you can't reach, you can bend your knees a lot and place them down. Little by little, you can lift your legs up, lift your hips up. As you press your hands down, you can bend your elbows back a bit. You can look in between your hands, your feet. Or if you want to try a little bit harder, look towards your belly button. Breathe for 3 more breaths, okay? 3, 2, and 1. And lift your head up, breathe in. And from here, can you bring your right hand in front of you? And try and keep your shoulder over your hand. You can tent your fingers or place the hand down, your choice. You can bend the knees a bit. Stay here or reach your left arm up. Let's come into a wide-legged twist. Get one of your hands again for about 5 full breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switch sides. Can you place your left hand down and reach your right arm up? And look at one of your hands here. Breathe up the spine and down. Imagine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Place your hands on the ground. Lift your head. Breathe in. And hold onto your waist and breathe out. Root your feet down and stand all the way up. Breathe in. From here, step forwards back to the top of your mat. Standing still. Take a deep breath in and down. Okay, we're going to go through a few more standing postures. Step your left leg back about a leg length. And from here, let's go into triangle. So you're going to have your feet and legs about a leg length apart. Arms over the leg. Place your right hand on your right foot or your leg. Look at one of your hands for concentration. I go for 5 more breaths. I'll watch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, come back up. Try the other side. Turn your right foot in and turn your left foot to the back. Breathe in, stand tall. And place your left hand on your left leg or foot. Look at one of your hands. Breathe up, midline, and down for 5. And 4. You can always keep a little bend in the knees if you need. 3, 2, 1. Look down and come back up. Good. From here, face forwards. You can pick up your feet so that your either hip width apart or your heels can be in line. Left foot will face forwards towards your right foot. It can be at like a 45-degree angle even. So go into intense side stretch. You hold onto your waist. If you want a challenge, you can place your hands behind your back with your knuckles touching like this and your thumbs. You can also maybe even reach for opposite arms, the elbows. Take a deep breath in and fold over your right leg. You can place your hands down. They're not behind your back. And lift your head and lengthen. Hang out like this for about 5, finding length through the spine. So moving the sides, the back, and front of the neck. Give you a nice big stretch through the back of the right leg. Same with the left. And lengthening the chest, the top of the head away from you. Taking 3 more nice breaths. 2. Pushing your feet and legs apart. And fold forwards if you can for 5 more. Relax your neck, your face. 4. Yes, you have to use some musculature action to hold yourself up here. Find the least amount of tension. 3, 2, and 1. Good. You can put your feet apart, bend your right knee over your ankle, lift your head up, breathe in. And from here, step into warrior 1, okay? Keep your right knee bent, push your feet and legs apart, on the pelvic floor and core a bit. Stand up and reach up. You can have your legs about a leg length apart, or you can even have a shorter distance like mine. You can bring it back. Any way is fine, really. And try and connect to the mat from your feet. Notice the connection all the way up your legs, up the body towards the hands. For 3, and breathe up and down your spine. 2, and make your fingers nice and long. 1, good. Let's open up to warrior 2, arms over the legs. You step your left foot back a few steps. You're going to bend into your right knee, bring it right over your ankle. You can look forwards in front of you. Check out to see if the arms are in line. You might finally rest your eyes on the right hand for 3 more breaths. 2, 1. Good. Step forwards and stand still. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's try the other side. Step your right leg back about a leg length or even less for intense side stretch. Remember, you can place your hands behind your back with your knuckles touching or hold opposite arms. Otherwise, hands on the waist. Breathe in. Keep the legs long from the feet all the way up and fold forwards. Stay like that for a bit, and then place your hands on the ground when you're ready. And down through the feet, lift into up towards the hips. We'll extend through the spine again for about 3 to 5 breaths here. Looking forwards towards the top of the mat. And use your feet and legs equally. Breathing all the way in for about 3 seconds. Breathing out for 3. And again, lift your head a little bit and then fold forwards for 5. And nice stretch throughout the back of the body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your head up. Bend your left knee. Push your feet and legs apart. Into on the lower belly. Stand up for warrior 1. Reach up. Looking forwards, down, or even up. Breathe for 5, 4. If you can relax any tension that you feel around the jaw. 3. Remove the eyes. 2, 1. Let's open up into warrior 2, arms over the legs. Step your right foot back a few steps if you'd like. And bend your left knee over your ankle. Again, look forwards. Look at one of your hands. And finally, the left hand. Breathe for 5. Last one. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step forwards and stand still. Okay. So, grab a hold of your strap or whatever you're going to use as a strap, and then lay down on your back, okay? If you have those blocks or even pillows beside you, you can use those too. Your couch might even work, or a table, whatever's beside you might work for a block. And then you're gonna lay down. And you're just gonna lift your right leg up like this. If you don't have a strap or anything, you can just hold your leg. Otherwise, keep the strap around the bottom of the right foot. Put it around the knuckles of the toes for today. And from here, I just want to show you something too. You can keep the leg up. Just take a peek over here. I just want you to feel for the top of your hip, like the iliac across the side with your left hand. And then about an inch down, you'll feel another bone there. It's the start of the head of the femur. You want to imagine the head of the femur is lined up with your left ankle when your leg is up, okay? Whenever you're standing too, that can be a nice indication if your legs are straight. Then same with your kneecaps. You want to point them straight forwards towards you. So that the top of the knee and the bottom of the knee make like a nice triangle. That triangle should be lined up with your right second metatarsal, the long bone above your right toe. You can push your foot into the strap into the foot. You want to ground down through the back of your left heel. Let your toes lengthen up. You can keep your foot in a neutral position. Otherwise, you can even point your feet and then flex them. Just make space in the front and backs of the legs. You might even wrap your hands up the strap or hold onto your leg. When you're holding onto it, try not to grip too tight. And then you want the sacrum to be nice and heavy on the ground. Right in between the back of your two hips, there's a nice big bone, it's called the sacrum. You want that to be heavy on the mat. Same with your two shoulder blades on your upper back. Keep them a few inches away from your spine, the back of it. You can keep the insides of your shoulder blades parallel to each other. Just feeling a nice stretch through the back of the legs and the back here. If it's too much, you can always place your left foot on the mat, okay? So let's just hang out here for about 10 more nice breaths. This can be a nice stretch for the legs, the back, and the hips too. And the hips can get really, really tight because all of the load that it carries above it. And even the stuff below it, like the legs, it has to carry the hips up. Even just doing stuff like this can be really nice to do. And now that we're in more of a passive stretch in our yin portion of the class, you can even start breathing in for longer if that feels nice. Breathing in for about 5 seconds, breathing out for about five. If you can do more without straining, feel free to. Just try not to pass out, right? And as we hold for time, you might notice the sensation changes. Just pay attention to where you feel it. Make sure there's no sharp pains. If there's not, just watch those other sensations come and go. If it's a lot, take a few deeper breaths, or even back off a little bit. You can bend that right knee if you need. Okay, from here, let's just take one more deep breath in and out. We'll go into thread the needle pose, okay? So you're gonna release your right leg, cross your right ankle above your left knee. You can even just take a moment there if you need. Take a nice grounding breath in and out. You can stay like this for thread the needle. We did this one last week. Otherwise, you might lift your left foot off the ground, place your hands behind the back of your left thigh. You can stay like this. If you have a block or pillow near you and you would like to, you can always place it underneath your left foot if it feels like a lot. Or it might even just be nice to have some support under there so you can really relax into it. Don't relax so much that you fall asleep or you don't feel much. Just feel a nice sensation. Maybe around the hips, the legs, the back. You can always use that strap too around the back of the left thigh if you're using one. Hang out here for just about 10 more breaths, not too long, not too short. You can stay here or even maybe rock around a little bit. Just make sure that your right knee feels okay. And the knees are made for hinging. If you look towards the kneecap, it should be kind of like a perfect hinge position. So the knee isn't pointing in towards you really or out. In the end, it'll just be a lot better and healthier on your joints to do it like that. And take another deep breath in, full breath out. Okay, let's move this right into a twist. So you can keep your legs in a thread the needle shape. Take your arms up to the side. And slowly bring your legs over to the left side of your mat. And keep the shape of like the thread the needle. You can push your right ankle into your left leg a little bit, left leg into the ankle, and try and keep the shoulders grounding. The right one pops up a bit, just slowly work it down gently. And just hang out here for about 10 breaths, okay? And you can look towards your nose, so that the head is facing the ceiling. Otherwise, you can look towards your left hand. You can look to your right if you want to try to deepen the twist. Let's just hang out here for a little bit longer, okay? See here if you're holding any tension in your face or your jaw. Your jaws have a lot of power in them, really. When we start to really tense our jaw, a lot of the rest of our body starts to become stiff, like our neck, our shoulders, our back, hips. And take a few more nice breaths here. If your arms go numb and tingly, bring them closer to the center. You can hold on to the side or keep your arms closer to you. Good. On an inhale, just find nice space in the body, imagining. And exhale, letting the body tone a little bit, getting stronger in the core to protect the back. And slowly, slowly bring yourself back up to center. Once you're back up, take a full breath in, full breath out. Place your right foot back on the mat. And take a few breaths, just staying still. Noticing the side that we worked on, the right side. Might feel a little bit more open, maybe not. Either way, just noticing. Might feel nice just to give your legs a little shake, like windshield wipers. Might feel nice to hug your knees in towards you and rock around a little bit. Stay still. And keep breathing to clear the mind of thought. All right, let's switch sides. When you're ready, hold your left leg up in the air with your hands or your straps. It's your foot. Imagine you're pressing your foot into the ceiling. Imagine like that's a wall. And from that foot, and making sure that the second metatarsal is lining up with the front of your kneecap. And then the ankles, the outside of them, they're lining up with the top of the leg, the outside of it. Remember where you could feel that sticky outy bit? You might point and flex the feet and squeeze the toes and open. If you feel nothing here, you can walk your hands up a little bit or even take your right leg out long. Hang out here for a little bit, okay? You can even imagine we're in that standing balancing pose. You know that Ashtanga one where you're holding your left leg up with your hand. It's very difficult. Um, yeah, this is pretty much the same. It's a little bit easier on the joints, I think, and the body. And make sure that your arms and your hands are kind of doing the same sort of thing as each other. Hang out here for about 10 more nice equal breaths. If you feel nothing, you can try spreading your toes down and back towards you a bit. Push your heel away from you. And pull down on the strap or the leg gently. Okay, make a few more breaths. Last one. When you're ready, bend your right knee. Place the foot on the mat. Place your left ankle above your right knee. You can rest there for a moment. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Remember, stay like this for thread the needle, or you can lift your right foot up. You can place your hands behind the back of your right thigh. You might ease your strap behind it. And remember, you can place even something underneath your foot. Right foot. And make sure there's no pain in the knees, okay? And you're still grounding through the middle back of the head, shoulders, sacrum. You can press your left ankle into your right leg a little bit, and at the same time, pushing the right ankle or the right thigh into the left ankle. Otherwise, just hang out if you feel a lot. If you feel too much, remember to back off a bit. You might take a few deeper, longer breaths. A few more nice ones. Okay, keep the legs up in the air. Reach your arms up to the sides. And slowly bring your legs over to the side for thread the needle twist. Hang out here for about 10-15 breaths, okay? Just go through a few more. Almost done. Pushing on your left ankle into your right thigh a bit. Thigh into the ankle. You can look to the ceiling, your right hand or your left. Looking to the left will be a little bit harder. Let's breathe here for a moment. Remember if your arms go numb and tingly or your hands, bring them down by your sides right away. And notice your jaw and face here, your eyes. Keeping your eyes still concentrating on the nostrils, even if they're closed. Just watching the rise and fall of the breath. Take about 5 more nice breaths. One more nice breath all the way in and out. And tone the core to protect the back. Down, back up. Inhale, once you're up. Exhale, stay still. Let the sacrum be nice and heavy on the ground. Nice breath in. Imagine the spine lifting and lengthening away from the hips. And with the head, let it just imagine it's like a helium balloon lengthening away from your hips. And as you're ready, place both of the feet on the mat. Give them one more shake from side to side. Yes. As you're ready, hug your knees in towards you one more time. And for today, we'll move into Shavasana. I'll give you a few options. If you'd like, you can rest with your knees bent, feet on the mat. You can even do legs up on the wall. You can, if you have a space against the wall, you can lay on your back and place your legs up on there. You can keep your hips a few feet even away from the wall or a foot. Just let your legs hang up on there. Otherwise, you might lengthen your legs out long. If this is too much on your back, you can rest on your side with your knees bent, okay? If you're wearing glasses, feel free to take them off. Let's rest here for about 4 minutes, okay? Just minding the breath moving in the nose. Imagine it or feel the sense of it moving in your body. Let's rest here for a little bit, okay? Please begin to deepen your breath, bringing your awareness back to your body, waking up your hands and feet with tiny movements, yeah, wiggling your fingers and toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Might feel nice to stretch your arms up and back. And bend your knees. Roll to your side. Use your arm as a pillow. Press down and come up to sit. From here, let's bring the palms together. Thank you so much for your practice. Hope you have a nice rest of your night. Namaste.